Welcome back to our home, our kitchen, and our heart. This is Fast Where the Flavor's At, and I'm still here with some wonderful, wonderful friends. We're gonna do something that's a very traditional Italian dish, something that I'm excited about. It is a very particular flavor profile, not for everybody, but it's something that if you're Italian, your mother, your grandmother probably made this for you at some time in your life. Grilled pork chops, or what we're gonna do is we're gonna pan sear the pork chops with vinegar pepper. Typically what I'll do is I'll get a double thick bone-on pork chop and wrench the bone and don't get dirty and do it that way. But for our purposes with our group, I just found some beautiful pork fillets that we can cook very easily. I have brined them. I do a nice brine for 2 to 3 hours of water, dark brown sugar, salt, garlic, cloves, and that's pretty much it. You get a nice little brine on that. That helps keep the meat nice and moist. We've got our pan. I prefer cast iron for any time I'm cooking meat. That's got some good heat on it. And what we're gonna do, we got a nice little smoke coming off it, which is what you wanna look for. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay those in there. What we're gonna do here is similar to what we did a couple episodes ago with the salmon. We just wanna get a nice color, a nice sear on the pork chops. And then after that, what we'll do is we're gonna remove them from the pan, set them to the side. That's all we have room for. I'm gonna need a bigger bowl. That's all right, I won't need that. Small enough, yes. So again, a nice little browning on both sides, 3-4 minutes on each side. We'll take them out. And then what we'll do is we'll deglaze the pan. We'll add some freshly sliced onions, some chopped garlic. I have some veal stock I'm going to use for the sauce. But the most important element, the most telling element, the reason for the dish is pickled peppers. Now, when it comes to the peppers, I, again, do my own brine. I made these peppers myself. I used an assortment of these wonderful sweet peppers that I got at the grocery store. I also married those with some Italian long hots, because I do like some heat in my pepper medley. You could add jalapeno. You could add cherry peppers is the most famous. Cherry peppers fresh are hard to find, and because I wanted to make my own pickled peppers, I went with what I could find. Those were the Italian long hots and the sweet peppers. So they've been in this brine for a good 3 weeks. It's basically cider vinegar, water, brown sugar, salt, garlic cloves, some peppercorns, and that's it. All right, create a nice sort of vinegary effect, nice flavor on the peppers. Let's give these guys a little turn. We got a little color going. Keep the pan nice and hot. Now, if these were the typical double thick pork chops I usually cook, I would want a little bit more time on the heat, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the downdraft because we're generating some good smoke from the pan. Cue the rock music. That's it, I hear Detroit Rock City every time I do that. All right, I've got a quick seasoning on here, a little salt on the meat, a little fresh pepper. All right. There we go, some nice browning on the meat, perfect. Thank you, love. Bring it over. Yep. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, I'll take come. All right. Into the oven. How do you know when they're done? How do you know? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. I'm gonna get a tap on the shoulder. I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil here. I'm gonna throw in my onions. I'm gonna turn this heat down just a tad. I got a little bit minced garlic left. Thank goodness I wasn't out of garlic. What would I do? What would I do? I got a spatula. All right. Oh. What's that? Right. As soon as I finish, as soon as I put the stock in, I will. A little garlic. All right. Thank you, dear. The white wine. There we go. That's a little steam. All right, and yes, now we can go ahead and drop it. We'll let that cook down, cook the wine down a little bit, and we'll go ahead and throw in our peppers. Again, a nice combination of sweet peppers, Italian longhots that I've sliced. I've kept a good amount of the seeds in there because I want a little bit of heat. The heat you have total control over how much heat you want in your dish. I'm going to let a little vinegar go into there as well. And we're going to let that cook down, and we'll be back in just another couple of minutes. So we've got the wine reduced a little bit. We've got some vinegar in there. I've got some veal stock that I made. I'm just going to kind of put a little bit in there for some more flavor and just kind of create a nice sauce. All right. And what I'll do is I'll let this cook down once again. I'll taste it. I'll see if it needs anything. It could possibly need a little bit more vinegar. Maybe not. Might need some seasoning. But you make that call as you go. Uh-oh, I hear putty. All right, let this cook down a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit of butter to finish it off. And we'll add the pork chops in there and cook the pork chops in the vinegar pepper sauce. Finish it off, and then we'll plate up and serve. We'll see you in a few minutes. Thanks. All right, so we've got a nice little sauce that we've developed here with the wine, the veal stock, the peppers, the onions, the garlic. We're gonna finish. I'm gonna turn the heat down to low. And we're gonna add a couple of pats of nice butter and just sort of let that work into the sauce. Adds a nice shine, adds a nice depth of flavor. And let's face it, butter makes it better. So that butter will just gently melt into the sauce. Again, just creating a nice sort of emulsification because it's off heat and it's just working well into all the flavors there. And now that that's done, my pork chops are just about finished. Now they're finished actually. And we're gonna let these sort of gently cook in the sauce for another minute, and then we're gonna plate them up. Gonna let all those wonderful flavors gently kiss and hug and love the pork. All right, we'll let that work. Come back in another couple of minutes and we'll plate up. See you soon. All right, our pork chops have beautifully cooked in the sauce for just sort of to finish them off. So I'm gonna go ahead and plate them up. Put one little pork chop on each plate. And the very, very important part, actually they're over here. This is a sauce. This is a sauce. This is a sauce. No, I'm serving it with meat, over meat. Right, I'm serving it with meat. So here you've got your hot and sweet peppers. You've got the sauce with your stock and your... And can you start handing these out, please? The ones, these four on the top would be great. Maybe I'll just tidy this up a little bit. Definitely could smell vinegar. All right, and there is your pork chop with vinegar peppers. A very classic Italian dish. The vinegar comes through, the peppers should come through nicely as well. That little touch of butter in the sauce is a great finale to it. Buon appetito. We're drinking again Farmers of Wine Organic Red Blend, Primitivo Negro Amaro from Puglia, the heel of the boot. Just an absolutely beautiful expression of these two varietals that are very different on their own, but play very well together. Very fruit forward, yet that nice earthiness and acidity that goes well with the dish. And that's really it for today as far as this particular dish is concerned. Salud. Salud. I have my water. I'm a salute with water. We'll close the dish. Thank you again very much for being here today, all of you, for those of you who are out there watching. For those of you who are watching who haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Get on, subscribe. Marchette, we just hit 500 subscribers yesterday. Very excited. We just scratched the surface, so we've got a long way to go. So, also, we've talked about it before. If you have a suggestion of a dish you'd like to see me try to make, send it in. I've got t-shirts, I've got aprons. If I make your dish, you got a very good shot at winning one of those things I'll be happy to send to you. I want you guys to be involved, those of you who are out there. If you live in South Florida, look us up, come on over. I'll give you my address. You're more than welcome to come in and sit on an episode or 2 or 5. Or how many are we doing today?
We already told you, we're not leaving.
Very good. I got rooms. They're under construction. we're gonna start building like 8 beds onto each wall of the house. But again, thank you again very much for being here. Thank all of you. Very grateful. And God bless. What's the name of the show?
That's where the flavor's at.
And don't you forget, if that's where the flavor's at, we'll see you next time. Salud. God bless. Take care. Ciao.
Cheers.
Cheers.